How's it going? I'm Will Marshall with Marshall Fitness, and today we're going to be talking about how to properly spot the bench press and the back squat. Have you ever been asked by someone at the gym to spot their bench press? Initially, it can seem kind of scary because you may or may not know how to spot a bench press, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do here today. So, one of the most important things when spotting the bench press is going to be communication. So it's the lifter's responsibility to let the spotter know how many reps they're doing and whether or not they want help. This has been a trend seen lately as people are recording videos of themselves benching and the spotter touches the bar before the lifter is ready for them to do that, and then they get mad because their rep is ruined. Now, there is something to this because when you're benching and when you're going for a PR, for example, you want to make sure that you know that you can move that weight by yourself without any help. So that is the reason why you shouldn't touch the bar at all, because then it kind of gives off the notion that you did not have it 100% yourself. So again, to my point, it's the responsibility of the lifter to communicate to the spotter when they want help and how many reps they're doing. So when you go to spot the bench, you want to set yourself up behind the barbell in a straddled stance. You don't want to be square, because if you needed to help the lifter get the bar up, being square is going to pull you forward, and then you're going to end up landing on top of the person benching. So that's why we take a straddled stance. And then from here, you want an over-under grip. If you go under with both hands, you're relying on your biceps to be able to move this bar, and I'm not curling 205, so there's no way this would ever make sense for me. Same thing with going double overhand grip, because this would basically be a front delt raise, and I'm also not going to front delt raise 205 either. So this right here is going to recruit the most muscle for you to be able to move the bar in the event that you would need to. Most people have some form of communication that they use before they're ready to actually lift the bar off the rack. That might be 3-2-1 lift, 3-2-1, and then you would lift on one. And then all your job is to lift the bar up, steady it, let go, and then from there, just let them do their set. If, as you start to get to the end of the set, you notice that they're struggling a bit, if they tell you that they need help, then you can help them. Personally, for me, I don't touch the bar unless someone tells me they need help. And if they don't tell me they need help, then if you die, you die. Not my fault. So now we're going to demonstrate the right way to spot the bench and the wrong way to spot the bench. All right, so here's an example of the correct way to spot the bench press. So I'm in my straddled stance. I've got the over-under grip across the knurling in the middle of the bar. And so the communication here is going to be 3-2-1 on one. We're both going to lift. I'm going to steady the bar. I'm going to let go, and then he's going to do his reps. And then once he's done, I'm going to grab it, pull it back in. 3, 2, 1. When the bar comes back up to the top and you know the set is over, you can yank it back in to make sure that it is secure on these J-hooks. You don't want to leave any room for error there. Now we're going to show you a few ways to not spot the bench press. Put it back. Oh, fuck. Everything you got! Everything you got! Everything you got! So now we're going to talk about how to properly spot a back squat. It's not as technical as the bench press in terms of things you have to remember to do, because there's a lot that can go wrong with the bench press. Not to say there's not a lot that can't go wrong with the back squat. But what it really comes down to is you're not, hopefully, going to be saving anybody from crumbling under the bar. That's what these are for, the safety arms. If someone actually can't get the bar up, it's in their best interest and yours to just go all the way down and let the safeties catch the barbell. Your role as the spotter is to help them keep their chest up, because one of the most common faults of a back squat is as the weight begins to get heavy and as you start to fatigue, you're going to, if your core is not as strong as your legs are, you're going to notice that your chest is going to start to collapse. And so what that looks like is you might do 1 rep, and then as you come up, your hips are going to shoot up first, and you end up doing a heavy good morning. A spotter can help prevent that because they're going to help you keep your chest upright so that you're not having the bar move out in front of you. So as a spotter, similar to the bench press, you need to know how many reps your spotter is doing and how comfortable they are with you touching them. Some people spot the back squat by just staying close, and if assistance is needed, then you can step in. Some people get really up in there, and you're basically almost squatting the weight with them without physically moving the weight. The lifter is going to take his position underneath the barbell, and I'm going to stand behind, let him walk out. As he walks out, again, I know how many reps we're doing. We're going to do 3 reps. So I take my arms, put them underneath, and then I'm going to move with him as he moves the weight. Go down. If I notice that the chest is going to collapse, I can help by keeping that up. I'm going to do 1 more. Up. Then you help him re-rack the bar.